Welcome back to Total War Pharaoh in Part 10 of our Amenmesse campaign. In today's episode, we're going to pick things up where we left off here at the end of the previous turn. The only thing that has gone on is I came on into Kawa, and we decided to upgrade the healing hull here to give us a bit more replenishment and workforce growth. More leaning towards that growth just so we can max things out in Kawa directly, and then start working towards the kind of maximized district buildings there. We also have some troopers recruiting on in Tua, or at least I switched over this lad's bodyguard garrison because we picked up a common spear in our previous battle, and he had the Spearmaster trait, so we were going to be able to increase this to up to, it looks like, 6 additional melee defense as long as he's wielding a spear to shield. And we'll take the extra melee defense, so we'll make sure he is an absolute martial expert with said spear. And we're going to make this army come on down, smash all these outposts, and try to take down this army before it's able to build up too much. As you can see, they have a fair few troops sitting here to wait and throw down with us, so there's no telling what's exactly garrisoned in the fort because it seems as if the AI is able to recruit troops kind of directly to the forts, which does really mess with your overall strategic planning. You don't know exactly what's going to be there until you arrive at the gates. We've also got the Libu tribesmen coming on in to try to throw down with our troops down at the newly claimed Quad 2. We did grab a raider in the previous fight, which we could either go for the extra 5 melee attack that the sword is giving, or the raider is going to allow us to just be a rowdy individual and give us 3 additional melee attacks. We lose a fair bit of our damage and to our stats, but we do gain some armor piercing. So we're going to try this out for a battle or two, and if we notice that we're not getting a lot of kills racking up on the bodyguard unit, we'll probably switch it on back over to the swords, but for now we'll try out the blue club. Great. That is about all we can get up to for this turn. We've got a ton of legitimacy. Our court turn was used getting a bit of regard with the High Priest of Amun. We are likely going to be discredited by the High Priest, but we can deal with that new... Hang on now, what's going on here? Claim position. We lost a treasurer. Now, when did this happen? Belongs to me now, I think. On Shimsuhor claiming it would cost, looks like 14 legitimacy, or it just gives you 14 legitimacy. I'm going to try to claim this one. It costs 300 gold in 1 slot. We should have well more than enough gold to be the Viceroy of Kush and in charge of all of the gold, period. Sounds great. Back to Amenmesse and the turn. Always lingers on the Libu. It is Shimsuhor once more. Once more. Choose and ambition. We can be very strong and gain us some auxiliary forces. 10 auxiliary units from all over Egypt will be available in special recruitment, and these can be either good or bad. But I have to actually maintain a total of 8 units from native upper and lower Egyptian, which I don't have the ability to recruit just yet, so we're not going to go for this one. Conquering a sacred Egyptian land is probably the best one to go for, or destroying the Kawa would give us 1,500 food and 1,000 stone. Well then, don't mind if I do. The destruction of the Kawa people is our new goal. I'm not sure what your plan is. He's going to start taking some attrition. He's in desert regions. So that's not actually going to apply to any of his army then. It's just mistakenly showing us that graphic there.
Of Egypt.
I don't see any of Falzaret's armies. That doesn't mean she's not around, and she has, I believe, the largest faction at the moment. Let's zoom on in. Activate.
Spare me your condescension, brother.
Oh, hush up.
Had enough.
You started the war with me. I don't want to hear it. Falzaret has 12 settlements now.
Knowledge is power.
She's currently just fighting us and the Libu invaders, so it is likely she's going to be sending armies down our way very soon. I'm thinking we move up into this territory and start grabbing the stone settlement and the bronze one off to the side. But let's stamp out these Libu invaders first. Can you reach enemy territory? You can. We're going to come on over to... best to gather information. Are they trying to build something? We won't know until it's too late. Got it.
Courage is everything.
Grab the Shrine of Anubis.
Hear me.
Make our enemies fear us a bit more. We can come on down. 13 soldiers in a single turn. Well, I guess that'd be 12, right?
Get
well
up.
done.
I'm sleepy.
He's sleeping.
Death to my enemies.
Meanwhile, recruiting all of the armies. Let's just come on over to
my
this general
destiny.
area. Can we go into any kind of nice stances? The answer is no, so we're going to have to take a bit more of a hit to our food. Hard men for a hard job. I think it's just going to be more clubs.
I need more blades.
More clubs for a hard job. Well, we can grab some of these
better have
armor-piercing
strong nerves.
javelins. We can kind of set them focused on the enemy general. That'll be their job. Hopefully we can grab ourselves a
Glory
new
beckons.
chariot very soon. Okay, it being Shimsuhor, can we just go ahead and claim the position of treasurer? Let's see. My fear is that this character being Amenmesse. Can I select one of my characters and make sure it's not our faction leader?
By divine will.
So this man here, I'd like him to be
sun
the
shines on me.
treasurer. Quite terrifying. So both of them were successful, so we lost a bit of legitimacy, and it was like it never happened, pretty much. Here's what I'm going to do. Ozrat's going to claim the position, otherwise I am concerned that if we claim this position, we are going to lose our Viceroy of Kush position. So I'm not going to this turn. I'm going to allow Talzaret Ramesses to claim it, and if you all are aware in your own campaigns, if you've tried this, let me know. I'm not trying to lose our Viceroy position right now. I know technically you should be able to claim the position. I think that's only if you're the Pharaoh. You can put your own generals in those positions as well. As much as we talk that up.
Viceroy of Kush.
We can't quite reach them. Although we could if we initiate the battle and go into a march. Oh, never mind. He's already in march.
Gods, hear my
Forward to the
voice.
Anubis shrine. Let's
You
kind
have
of zoom
my
along.
loyalty.
Maybe we can reach them. We can initiate the battle with the other group and bring Amenmesse with. We can wipe them out here and now, which would be just great. Let's bring you around. There's no retreating. Well, they may try to anyway, so let's not use too much of our
Press
movement.
on to victory.
This is very much a gamble.
Strike true.
No, he runs for the
On
hills.
the move.
Amenmesse, can you follow?
Driven by injustice.
Just barely not. How
The
unfortunate.
might of
So
Nubia.
you'll go back into a march stance
Ready
and just
for the road.
reach the settlement again. No
I
reason to
will
leave things
triumph.
undefended.
Firstborn son.
I guess we can kind of try to keep pushing them out towards the desert. I don't mind
Hold
chasing
through
them a
the
little
head.
bit. And if they attack us in march stance, I'm still not concerned. We'll fight out the Libu.
Spirit and pride.
I think if we're going for a main settlement upgrade, I think it'll be in Tua proper. Because we've got all these awesome options for food, which we have finally stabilized out on. We just need our bronze production to be in line.
Mighty warrior.
Perfect. We've got 4 workforce. I'd like to try to wait till we have a 5th. We've got 5 in 2 more turns. And if we were to build up this one, it would cost 3. Give us a bit more growth. I'm not sure we can really benefit from that. We already have quite a bit. In fact, I think I'm going to delete this building, and we'll go ahead and wait until we have enough for the Bronze Worker District here. Down in Abu Ab. Wouldn't mind going for some defenses just in case we do get attacked by any of the desert tribesmen from any of these regions. We're not exactly sure where the invasions can come from, so we'd like to make sure our Shatuf farms are well protected. Pretty good to go. I don't mind throwing the gold mine labor village up. Amenmesse never visits places such as this. He could not bear to have his pretense of benevolence shattered. Gold income almost consoles his conscience. Or conscience. Almost. Consoles mine just fine. Mine completing this instantly, but it would be a lot of gold for really not a lot of payoff. Trying to find any of our settlements that we could rush things along for good payback. I think this is a fair one to go for. And the rest will just wait. Influence is fairly poor. I will just build that up over time then. Alright. Thinking we have just port position vacant. Alright, fine, let's gamble for it. We'll claim the position. Are you sure you want Amenmesse to claim the treasurer position? Not really, because I'm sure he's gonna leave the viceroy position. We won't have enough gold to take that back. Yeah, let's not do it then. We'll at least have our court action for gossiping with the vizier. That way we have the option to do any of our quests that we so wish. Looks good to me. We'll come on down to Amenmesse and see if the Libu are brave. So he did turn around to attack us, and we can just go ahead and wipe them on out. Well, I wouldn't mind having ourselves a battle against the Libu Raiders. Who knows when we're going to have another proper invasion that we need to fight off. Let's do a bit of training against the tribesmen. Just an open desert, so we're going to need to kind of set up a bit defensively. They've got a lot of spearmen. These desert runners are great at taking out chariots themselves, so we'll want to kind of stay well back with our royal chariot companions. And I will note that this is in update 1.0.1, so chariots have their range numbers supposedly fixed, so they actually show 200 here on the range instead of, I think it was 190. They were shooting well past that before, so we'll see. Let's dive in. Alright, at least it's not a sandstorm, so we don't have to worry about the Libu becoming super invisible. Let's go ahead and pull into this kind of gully here. Or do we want to force them out on the open field? Let's actually try to get an open field advantage. So we'll just grab the most elite, make a nice, sturdy front line. And by most elite, I mean pull you guys back and let the recruits take the initial charge. That'll do. Bit more of a wide line. That way, when the enemy does surround our recruits, the other Nubian clubmen can charge on in and do some serious damage.
We will stop at nothing.
Set them up like so. Perfect. Amenmesse also is great at just chopping fools up, so we'll throw him in the middle.
So shall it
Desert
be.
Runner's going to be in charge of fighting against his enemy chargers. Don't know if the Libu chargers are actually a better overall two-handed spear unit. We'll find out. Ours have javelins to chuck. Also a bit of experiment to figure out just how the, because we're mostly rolling with the Nubian and Kushite native units, how they stack up against the Libu. Be quite fun.
Yes, to glory.
Armored archers up front.
Anything for victory. Anything for victory.
Nubian archers. We prefer to keep them in the center.
We will succeed.
These guys also have their range numbers updated to match. I think they always were at 230, so that doesn't seem to be an issue. It does look like the slingers lost a bit of range, which doesn't really affect things too much. They did also lose their flaming ammunition, so no more awesome flaming slings, sadly.
Yes, it's done.
Which does make sense. Lighting a rock of flame is a bit difficult. Doable, but maybe that should be kind of a specialized unit. Alright, so we've got missiles. Make them group 1. The boys. Amenmesse, and then the mobile. You two in guard mode, and then kind of the same thing with the rest of the archers. All in guard mode, please. Let's get it started. You're going to set up well on the high ground. Fair enough. I am going to say no to all of that. Move up to about here. Bring the Libu around. For our own two-handed spearmen around.
Marching.
Keep our eye on this area here. Chariots moving up and around. You guys will harass. What is the... So it's going sweltering into a sandstorm, doing everything it can to help out the Libu. Very fair enough.
Might of Nubia.
We're going to want to walk over here then. You're going to be much faster than us in the sand anyway. There's no reason to get tired. We already are. Yes. So sitting and waiting for them is probably going to be a good idea. Hold up. We're going to roll to here instead. Come on, you have to run. Let's send the chariots around. This fire arc does look a lot more true to what it was. It must have been showing as 160 or something before.
Chariots forward!
That is quite an aggressive looking circle.
Chariots into
They
position!
don't outrange the Lebu slings, so we will want to keep that in mind. Alright, quickly, we'll have the spearmen advance more so.
Matching!
On both sides. That way they're the ones that start getting shot at.
Position. We will stop at nothing!
Line back a bit. Clubmen come on around. We need to try to rest, but we're not going to have a lot of opportunity to do so. Slings are starting to fly. Go ahead and set up into your brace formation.
The might of
Everyone hold. Just regain as much of your stamina as you can there.
arrows ready!
Probably all set these guys up as flaming arrows, or at least 2 of them. One on the outside, fire arrows, and you guys can go after those Lebu slings. Try to finish them off
Archers
quickly there. Slings going after those tribe spearmen.
to victory!
Come out way wide there. Amenmesse, let's go ahead and break these guys first.
Aim for their hearts! We will stop at nothing! We will succeed!
I didn't get them. They got that group charge, which is not great. Come on in, chariots.
Blood!
You two come on up and get that surround and destroy.
Bring them down! On the move!
Chariots rolling on through the sling line.
Strike through!
Absolutely devastate them.
all!
Perfect. Let's go ahead and set up our archers on better units there. Kushites never miss. Burn and destroy for me if you can.
Loose arrows!
Completely annihilated that group. Let's go ahead and bring them over to try to crush Winifie.
Devastate them!
And then with that, the leadership should go completely. Launching some arrows into their backs. One of the things you love to see with the chariots is all the tracks they leave. Smash on into Winifie, who is a fairly lightly armored lad. Send those chariots on through, and that is how you defeat the Desert Raiders. They do actually struggle quite a bit against the both missile fire and chariots that Egypt is rolling with. Makes sense? I'm gonna ride down as many of these fools as I can. I'll catch you in a moment.
The might of Nubia!
Yeah. Kick it out. Well, that's fine too. Either way, utmost brutality. Winifie has been put down, and we are going to move quickly to try to subdue the leftovers of the wilds of the desert there. We're gonna go ahead and grab the powerful and merciful for a bit of food and bronze. They're gonna sprint on off into nowhere, are they? We'll be there to hunt you down, sir. Don't you worry.
I will take
You have the high ground, Winifie.
by any means.
I'm not even gonna attempt to say this name. Be gone. Yeah. We'll try not to do it every time, but it's near impossible.
Well fought, men.
Powerful and merciful indeed.
My influence grows. Beware.
Rose, let's
my
go ahead and...
wrath.
Oh, there's some more tribesmen. Are they just kind of a constant? Shakesh are greedy and prefer to attack cult center settlements. Well, Kuzkaz is in trouble. We do have armor. They've got some charges though. That'll be tough. We're gonna be dealing with constant attacks from the Lebu Raiders, and here comes Seti, so we do need to turn around quite aggressively.
Viceroy
Is there
of
any
Kush.
elite troops we can recruit up here? The answer is yes. We
I
do
will
need some more
make
chariots.
everyone listen.
I think I'm going to grab some of the armored lads. They don't have as much range as the Nubians. But they actually have a bit of armor. And they should be able to hold in against anything that Seti has got. He's got Kushite chariots, but not
Awaiting
here.
the soldiers of fortune.
Soldiers of fortune.
Amenmesse.
He actually is closing the gap faster than expected.
Nobody commands me.
Nobody commands you. Except for Talzared, isn't that right?
rightful heir of
Yeah,
Egypt.
no one except for Tazeret. Although having the Nubian chariots would give us another set of very quick ones. Change of mind. We're going to go for full speed. Not like proper clubmen for the front line. Which we can't recruit right now. Which is no problem. Grab those guys on in, and I'm going to have you try to rotate. Good sir. Come on up, grab homage. Pray to Isis, and we'll try to move around to Abu Ab. I think the settlement can defend 17 units is a lot, though. Is it your job to defend from Seti? It might in fact be. May, your job. Defend the home front.
Keep watch from the walls. The might of Nubia.
We'll have you no recruitment in March stance. That makes sense. Didn't realize I had left you in the stance. That's fine. We'll have Amenmesse perhaps chase off these Libu. Although if they're part of the Shikesh wave, they should be going after Kawa. First and foremost.
Warrior of Nubia.
19. Went from 13 to 19, so they've got a lot of recruitment. Maybe we take away a lot of the cheat codes that the AI gets and just make them smarter. Let's come on down. We'll grab upkeep reduction and see if we can't lure this army out. They've got more than us, so I'm not going to recruit up any more than we currently have. And we'll set up perhaps in an ambush right on the banks.
To my destiny. This should
He may just do nothing we want and go down here to attack Napata. We will find out. I think I could defend Napata. Res is going to be a bit more difficult. Any upgrades anywhere that are worthwhile? Guard tower would be if I could build it immediately. Let's find out. 400? Sold. Uzkaz is now much better defended. I may not even have to have Amenmesse go down there at all. One more. Oh no, we already have the workforce. Can't build the Bronze Workers District force, so let's go on into diplomacy and change that immediately. Buhin always is down to negotiate.
Visit from the Viceroy of Kush.
Listen, buddy, we will make you friends, whether you like it or not. Bronze and gold. I'm less keen on the bronze. So how about I drop that to 0. Just give you maybe like a bunch of food. That'll do. We can probably see how much we can get away with. Not 250, but 220. 200. There we go. That'll work. We'll take all of the stone. And from some other factions as well, if we can. Attitude 3. The higher the attitude, the better deals we gain. Which seems like everyone dislikes us. Oh, Beyond doesn't.
We can do great things together.
Hello, good sir. You have no stone still for us giving you our quarry.
An excellent
Oh, we probably needed the wood. That was... Let's find out. Bronze Workers District, here we come. Gonna take 4 turns. We can construct it instantly for a lot of gold. We may do this probably when we get down to maybe 2 or 3 turns left. We'll see how much it costs.
Firstborn son.
Right, core positions. Let's go for... Looks like Tazret takes over as treasurer. See, now what if we go ahead and try to get rid of her immediately? Very low chance. Giving this to her was probably a really, really bad idea, but it said Amenmesse was going to take over. Not having that. Kind of the issue with having the faction name be the same as your leader. We should be, I don't know, something to do with the Viceroy of Kush. Let's go ahead and go for free use of the assassination plot. Sometimes they'll be wounded instead of assassinated. We could try to grab this and take out Talzaret. Let's do it. We'll grab assassination.
May the gods of Egypt smile
And
on
how
my
do we do
generosity.
this? 15% chance. Don't you worry, Talzaret, we've got something for you. Snag in a bit of extra happiness in this province, although we don't actually need it, so I'm going to go ahead and demolish this building as well. We'll put in something that maybe makes us a bit more in terms of resources. Get some extra recruitment for Amenmesse.
Boldest of warriors.
Yeah, I forgot we cannot give him some Kushite archers and just kind of call that there.
Strong arms and open hearts.
Strong arms and open hearts. Not going to upgrade a res. I will. Ah, it's trying to trick me. Auxiliaries unequipped here at Amenmesse. Do we have new ones? Oh, we've got lettuce. Workforce growth +4. You are in a place that we don't need the growth, but I would rather you have this than anyone else, so congratulations. You now have some salad. I'll take that back right away. We'll build up the province and res. See if we can't lure them on over.
Worthy.
Tell us what the ambush chance
Power
is here.
and pride.
45%. That's not great.
Battle is my
What
calling.
if?
Stay alert, brothers.
70% chance right here.
March.
I don't know if we'll be able to catch him unless he comes right across, but we'll be able to hide.
Royal Prince.
Lastly, a skill point for Amenmesse, and we are going to go ahead and grab a bit more movement range. Alright then. I'm going to zoom on down to these Liberators, and we'll end the turn. Alright, he decided just to sack one of our... We raised it to the ground. And managed to fully escape. Sounds about right. For you, buddy.
I will not submit.
You will not submit.
sun
Well, as soon as I get
shines
some
on you.
chariots. See about that. So back at home proper, we could get some elite archers. They just should be so expensive in the terms of bronze, it's probably not worth it. So we'll hold off on them. His job is really just to defend the coastline here.
Nubian glory. I will do great things.
Problem is you would lose in a fight against this army. We'll keep you here.
I will triumph.
The Libu are just
Endlessly
sitting outside.
wealthy.
And pretending to attrition. Need to probably stamp them out quickly.
Glory, Becca.
Well, this army's missing. But where did they go? Oh, they just zoomed up the coastline. Alright, can we chase them?
Prepare for anything.
Let's go get them. Depending on what this army is, I guess we'll have to... It'd be great if we could see them.
My goals are not impossible.
Just a bunch of Nubians. Well,
Mighty warrior.
we've got chariots. Enjoy your doom, sir. Attacking the Battle of Kawa in the 4th Cataract. Yeah, they've got a whole bunch of clubs. It's almost a mirror army of our own. They're just missing the armored spears and the Nubian chariots. So we should be able to hold these guys with a bit of luck. A whole lot of violence. Let's get to it. Alright, we've got dry to sweltering weather. We will wait a single time. Nothing changes, we'll go ahead and deploy. Just off this little small bank of the Nile. And what is happening over here? What is this? A glitch in the Matrix. Back to the battle. Just kind of spread out very wide. We will take a... at least attempt to take a pretty aggressive high ground position here. Although as I say that, that's the best choke point. We will set up the archers as such.
Line up, man.
More aligned to this side though, that way they're not getting shot at by the guys that are up on the hill. How much range do you all have? Oh, they actually have 200 and... oh, those are the longbows, duh. 150 on the normal lads. Where's my 2 longbow units?
Of Nubia,
Very important for dealing with enemy archers.
making it happen.
Cool.
Fighters
We're all
of
set up.
Nubia,
Guard mode for you
guard the
guys.
place. Group together.
Javelins up on this side. We'll go ahead and put both of them in the same area.
We will succeed. They are
Great
no
to hear.
true children
Here's
of
there.
Nubia.
Here's the other side. We'll go ahead and throw in. We only need 3 units of clubs to close the gap. Perfect. We'll have you on one flank again, ready to go around with some clubs.
Succeed.
We will succeed.
To
And
victory.
the last unit of clubs will just be ready to deal with any flankers themselves.
Making it happen.
Chariots go well around. Try to flank, which would be a bit devilish. Our front line. These 2 in guard mode, and we'll get this battle going. Scoot the lads forward. I'm going to leave the javelins back a bit.
On our way.
Nubia will be stronger once they are dead.
Was it everyone gets additional shields, or is it just these lads here? Why do these guys? Spearmaster. Oh, that gives it to every spearman.
Warrior of Nubia.
Very nice. Yeah, they're going to try to flank around. There is no reason not to. So let's go ahead and bring these guys in.
On the move.
Spears up.
Shots fire. There they are. Marching ahead.
Barely made it past.
Power and pride.
You guys each go after an individual unit of archers.
Release.
Nubian bowman up front there. You guys both scoot on up. Let's blast into this one unit.
Aim and release.
Shield mode. Bring the javelins forward.
Marching.
Charge who we can there.
It is decided.
Pushing on.
Head right on in and take out this unit here. Chariots come on through,
Tear them apart.
leaving them by themselves for a little bit too long. We're getting the brunt of all of that nonsense. Go ahead and have you guys ambush in.
Fighters
Keep
of
blasting away. Let's switch it over to the fire arrows, though. That way we should be scaring them off that much faster.
Light ammunition.
Chariots smashing on in.
Fight as
Beautiful.
one.
And they're light armored chariots themselves. They're going to take
Roll out.
a fair bit of damage, but let's
Together,
keep them
brothers.
moving. They'll be fine.
For glory.
Spearmen surround and destroy.
Fighters of Nubia.
Perfect.
Aim for their hearts.
You guys should be sneaking on up,
Throw.
absorbing a lot of that damage. Go ahead and have you guys come on back through. Those are just clubs. They'll take... If they can land hits, they'll hurt, but they have to do it first. English. Look at these guys back here. They're real excited. Enemy lord is surrounded by his comrades. Looks like he is starting to break as well. We'll bring the Nubian hunters chariots
On our way.
through to crash into this huge
Marching
blob.
ahead. Meet your end. To victory. Onwards.
You guys go after them. We'll just have these lads turn.
Into position. Send them around.
Annihilate.
The might of Nubia.
Keep those chariots moving.
For glory.
I am
There's a few of these guys out on the outside that are choosing to stay and
Never
fight.
falter.
It's quite brave. You gotta stay moving though, because these light chariots don't have a lot of health. But there's the victory.
Brothers.
They keep trying their best.
Bring them down.
They need some chariots
Together,
and some
brothers.
tougher troops. Let's be honest.
We will triumph.
All right, everyone, form up. Let the archers do some target practice, and I will see you all in a moment.
Was our courage.
Lord Spear.
Yeah. Oh, he had one too. 688 kills going down to the light chariots. Yeah, I think with the extra speed, they are fantastic now. And that, all the proof you need. Almost 700 kills. We are going to go ahead and grab... I actually think the replenishment here. Welcome to
Get used
Egypt.
to your chits. Fancy meeting you
Almost
here.
all of your army left. We go ahead and
Warrior
wipe
of
them out.
Nubia.
Perfect. See you in Mott. Spear animations are quite slow. Which, I guess it does make sense. You can't swing this thing around that fast.
Ah, sweet victory.
Giggity.
Don't waste this chance. Courage is
Absolutely won't. We'll go ahead and jump into March, and we will speed on down south to go after this fort here.
I ride the current of Egypt.
Leaving the lookout post is just fine, but they're going to get another army here very fast. Let's try to go ashore.
We've arrived.
Can you?
We've done enough for today.
You've done enough for today, huh? What if I give you a bit more movement? Answer is he has still done enough today. Gain enough skill points, though, that we can go ahead and throw in a secondary title, so we've just got the Might of Wadjet, which is what we're going to throw in for now. I would like to have the Chosen of Mahit probably more. We'll work our way that direction with the... This is Ardor. Ardor indeed. Awesome. Well done, Kenny. You're doing much better than Amenmesse did. Yeah, since you're just going to come on up ashore and raise our stuff, I'm not going to build up another one unless I build up maybe a fort, but they can still, I think, choose to sack it while it's being built, so I'm gonna wait for now. Come on over and do something for real there, Seti.
Pathetic.
I agree.
Warrior of
What
Nubia.
you remind me of.
Stay alert, brothers.
Don't have any extra bronze to use, so I think we're just gonna go for more Nubian recruits that wield
I need
bows.
more blades.
Perfect.
I will take what is
Amenmesse,
owed
I am
to
gonna have
me
him sprint
by any means.
across the desert. After this here trading post, try to deal with the Libu. I'm sure we could fight them off no problem, I just don't feel like getting attacked there. For morale and recruitment rank for all native units. Maybe doing a bit of saving. 520 gold for the extra bronze, sold. Now I know how much I have to work with. So I'm going to take these archers back.
Fire of Nubia.
Let's grab some elite lads here. These renowned Nubian longbowmen. Do we have any that are not native recruitment? The answer to that question is no. Let's just go for maximum range
When
here
I
with
call,
these
you answer.
renowned longbows.
You better have
Difference
strong
between the
nerves.
Kushites and the Nubians is just range and armor. These are going to be light projectiles, much faster. These guys are a little bit more heavily armored and actually have some fairly decent quality armor too. If you want to know how resistant armor is, they actually have a specific quality type over on the armor. I only figured this out pretty recently. This is going to be good armor quality as opposed to, I think these guys have, also good, which is good to see. If we find something that is
Bet your
poor,
name or die.
that way I can show it on off. There we go. Average. This armor can protect its wearer or not. The gods will decide. Either way, Neme is going to have himself some
Line
awesome
up.
archers, and we
Let
can
me see.
see them rain death down upon Seti. Or Talzaret if she's close by. Best course of action here with this building or this settlement. Speed for turn and extra influence. Probably the way to go, actually. This is the entire province, just not this region. So if you're sitting inside the Kerma province at all, you're gaining some experience. One turn, I'm not going to speed that along then. Into court. Would love to start a plot against Talzaret here, so let's go ahead and... We can at least try to blackmail her. That is just fine. Some renown built up. Uzkez, we can get the happiness, workforce growth building built on up. I'm gonna ignore that. Napata has no new buildings, but Tua here I'm gonna throw in. Ooh, 15 more wood and 25% more food in this entire province. That's definitely the way to go. Isle Lumberyard. Let's build this now. On both of these, because rush buildings is fun. Here we are. Proper Empire. What are our 4 pending actions? We've got outposts to construct and ancillaries to equip. Answer extra happiness in your province. I think this will be fine, yeah. Then when we make our next golden mask, we'll do so and give it to Nemei with an extra influence. We don't need any right now, and dropping Tal'Zareth down a peg or two will be... It's probably easier said than done, right? Here come the waves of Seti. Tal'Zareth using her husband as a sacrificial lamb, it appears. Even more gold. Even more gold. That's the way. Over to Amenmesse. And the turn. Come on, Libu, don't make me chase you all over the place. Ooh, court plotting exposed. She found us out immediately. Your schemes are not as well guarded as your allies would have you believe. So we can cancel our plot. Gain some golden renown. Regard. Sold.
On my terms.
You run this fool down. I'm already tired of having to chase off these Libu. Looks like...
I shall not stray.
There's an army of 12 that has come on down from Tal'Zareth's group. So some Upper Egyptian archers. Upper Egyptian swordsmen.
Glory.
I think we have what it takes to bring these fools down. And plus we have the ability to come on in here, snag in some Kushite spears. And now we throw down hard men for a hard job. It's going to give us a valiant defeat, is it? Sure, Upper Egyptian conscripted axemen. So they power each other up when they're nearby an ally with at least 60 morale. That's pretty dangerous. Let's have one more battle here against GMA? GMA. They have to be crossing this nasty bit of river, so we should be able to just kind of scythe them down with arrows as they go. Their highest range being the Upper Egyptian militia slingers. We'll keep them in mind with our renowned Nubian longbowmen. We should be capable of handling this. Find out. God's willing. So dry weather sounds perfectly fine. We don't want to have any extra conditions causing us any problems. I mean, I think we have a pretty clear advantage here. We are attacking them, but we have all the extreme range advantage. Set up with spears up front. Just in case they decide to go around. We do have some pretty nasty axemen we'll have to worry about, but I think we should be able to overwhelm them with just sheer clubs. Force of numbers there. Gonna have these lads, I think, have our archers retreat up to the top of the hill pretty easily. Have you nearby. We'll have 2 armored archers up front.
Get it done. Orderly life.
Hopefully having them take the brunt of the sling fire. And then our renowned, let's do that every time, longbowman. Kind of back in the back.
It is decided.
Zoom on in and take a look at our new units too. They look absolutely awesome. Bit of gold tinge to their both their armor and their bows. Showing that Amenmesse loves them a little bit more. Or they've been pilfering from our stock. Either way.
To victory.
To victory. You 2 in guard mode, let's get this battle going. Move up aggressively. You're just gonna go ahead and move to take this position here. Looks like they are gonna stay back and let us come to them. Bring our clubs wide, and then the renowned longbows both come on up to this position if you can. We're just gonna launch arrows across the river at them. These woods here,
Pushing on.
facing them if we can there.
To battle.
The 2 clubs can just go around.
Onwards. On the move. Pushing on. Pushing on.
They won't be slowed down nearly as much by the mud. Back just a bit. Slings won't be able to control themselves. They'll start firing pretty soon.
To victory. Hide it.
Perfect. Going to the shield mode, and they're going to be nigh impenetrable now to shield fire, or sling fire,
Fighters
rather.
of Nubia. Never falter.
Our arrows are going to go out in return. Several have already been felled.
The might of Nubia.
Switch to fire arrows.
Fighters of Nubia.
Try to catch them as they come across the river.
Power and pride. Marching.
We will attempt to catch them as they come across the river, that is. Sitting one conscripted axeman around. Nope, they decided not to. Which, very fair.
With me, brothers.
On the move.
Spearmen around, we'll give ourselves a couple good positions.
Pushing on.
Pull back a bit.
Marching.
Good and surrounded in the mud there.
With honor. Fighters of Nubia.
Make sure you're blasting in on their lord.
Power and pride.
Fire on this big blob of archers.
Archers, shoot. Aim for their hearts.
Trying to light their trees over there on fire. Doesn't seem like it's going to work out quite like so.
Break their necks.
Get on in there.
Into position.
Charge. Would have them blast into... Continuing to try to shoot into Jejene there.
Fighters one.
Get into the conscripted swords. I don't think we're actually going to get any flames, so we're just going to switch it back over to normal arrows, fire faster, and do more damage.
Archers, fire. Slay them.
So losing most of our battles, but we're keeping them in the water. Should be wearing them down a little bit faster. Battle on the Nile proper.
To battle.
Fight hard.
You have most of the enemy units surrounded, which is perfect.
Aim for the hearts. Fighters of
Back these
Nubia.
archers up a little bit.
We will triumph. Marching.
If we go too far forward, we are destroying the enemy archers, but we do need to keep it that way.
Loose arrows. Loose
Go up to those
arrows.
slings in the back line.
Never falter.
105 of them. Like we're winning most of the overall engagements. Let's go ahead and get our archers rotated.
Into
They can
position.
blast into these archers and scare them off.
Onwards.
Come on up this way. I don't mind if you guys get shot at by the slings a little bit.
These will be the death of
Lets you angle at the enemy a bit.
Release.
Oh,
Archers,
cool. The trees
shoot.
are on fire. We got a couple of the
Reservers.
shrubs aflame. This guy running away from the spicy shrubbery.
For glory.
Go after a blast of these swordsmen that should be easily, completely missing their
Fighters of
shields.
Nubia.
Of the animations of the water while they're fighting in too. That's good stuff. Spartan kick right into the shield. We can hurt your leg more than anything else. And you guys make sure you're firing into the enemy
Archers,
lord.
shoot.
I'll crush them.
Ours seems to be struggling a bit. The raider
Break
is
their
not
necks.
seeming to be the best.
Archers, fire.
Our enemies are
Aim for their
fleeing.
hearts.
Get rid of the rest of the archers, and we
Aim
should
for
be
the
able to
hearts.
finish them off. Better swordsmen to know. So many of them laying on the ground with arrows just sticking out of their backs. These Kushite spears are very defensive. You guys look like you're out of arrows.
On the move.
Out of arrows, charge.
Break their necks. Pushing on.
How about our
To victory.
renowned longbowmen? Are they almost
Fighters
done?
one.
Heal
Break
yourself.
their necks.
Charge in and break some legs.
We will triumph.
Shoot them down.
Stabbing them right in their backs. Archers actually aren't bad in a melee. They made sure that they do reflect the fact that they're wielding blades instead of pool noodles, unlike the archers in Warhammer. So if they actually swing on someone and get a hit, it's going to hurt 100% of the time. We'll do what we can to run down these front group here, but we successfully crushed the first waves of Tal'Zaret's armies. Yeah. Yeah. That was an intense battle. Oh, the Raider is one of the little clubs. I see. So it's not quite as spiked as I thought. They're hitting them like they're a bass drum. That's why they're not quite as effective as they might think they are. We're definitely going to go ahead and have them serve Nubia.
Never waste a resource.
Indeed.
My
raiding?
greatness is
No, he's just trespassing in their lands, which is going to make him an enemy of the Buhin people. Perfect.
Warrior of Nubia.
Went over and crush this final remaining group here. Steal what we can. They've got a ritual Ankh. Lovely. Exactly how you would use that. Let's go for the knees. We lost 54. We're going to go ahead and have them give me their goodies.
You are prisoners no longer.
Well,
Death
maybe.
to my enemies.
And then we'll just have you set up ready to defend against even another army. No problem. Getting 3 skill points there, which is just fantastic. One up to presence then. This is the Bite of Wadjet, as opposed to Strong Vigor for all Kushite units. I think Bite of Wadjet's fine. We are at least going to be dropping the overall upkeep by 6%. Here we are. Did you steal anything from them, good sir? Surprisingly, no. No armor, shields, or weapons of any kind, huh? How sad. Well, I'm going to keep using the Raider because it's at least fun to have some variance there. Have a SETI across the way. There was another army of SETIs just up the river, but I think we have convinced them that fighting us on home turf is very dangerous now that we're wielding our most ranged archers possible. In Awa proper, let's go ahead and try to grab the Palace of Correspondence for a bit more influence. Influence is looking well, but there's a reason not to grab a bit more. And plus the maximum tier of this, if it'll let me show it on off, is going to give us a bit more legitimacy as well as more production to all resources in this province. Figure out the words I'm trying to use eventually.
I will take what is owed to me by any means.
Going on down, do some trading. And then I'm not going to go into a march stance with this force. We're just going to chase them.
Moving on.
They've only got so much land they can hide against. Deal with them quickly and then turn around to defend. Possibly actually get to some offense against those that would like to keep stabbing us in the knees. Got another force. Let's try to surround.
Warrior of Nubia.
I'm on a shore.
Prepare to disembark.
Oh, we can't get out of march stance, can we? What kind of nonsense? Okay. Well, then we're going to have not a lot of opportunity to actually go after this army here. Let's advance, see if we can't scare them out of the settlement itself, but it's probably actually a bad idea. Over here, we can raise this and come on in to besiege the fort garrison, then next turn. Full action. Since our plot was ended with Tal'Zaret. Gain a free use of the embezzle plot. What does this do? A plot to steal gold from the royal treasury and frame a target position holder. Oh, okay. I'm going to
It's always wise to
embezzle
seek aid,
from the treasurer
especially
and blame her. Sounds great. Our provinces are pretty well built up. It's more just needing to get our armies kind of upgraded and up to snuff. So let's go for fishing port down here in Tua. Res, I will complete right away, and then we can possibly go for the Shudif farm. And we'd be doing a lot of trading, so we'll just wait for the next turn. And we'll speed along how much food we're getting, no problem. Just wait in res proper. And we'll likely have it have anything with the Shudif farm is going to have itself a actual garrison building, so they're not going to have any issues getting run over by foolish interlopers.
Warrior of Egypt.
Okay, so the Kirkur we could possibly start getting on side. They've only got the one settlement, so knocking them over would be probably a better idea than not. No real diesel to be had, and I'm not trying to get any gold for them.
For Pharaoh's glory.
Where is Newt at? We've got 6 settlements, and they're trading with Miam and several others. You know what? We'll take an aggression.
Your father was wrong to cast you aside, Amenmesse.
Oh, that was wrong to cast you aside, Amenmesse. Let's go ahead and hit 0 on the food, and I'll give you maybe a bit more in terms of food, that is. Okay, how little can we give you? This is intriguing. Oh, we almost found it. 18, that'll go. 69 gold and 1318 on the food, and we'll have an non-aggression pact.
Certainly.
Certainly. Working together for the crown, even though we're wearing the same crown, and you should be slain for twinsies. Alright, let's give it one more intern, see what the Lebu tried. Steady wants peace, or some stone. Sure, I had no reason to fight you in the first place. And Winnebay now wants peace in return for food. What else are you willing to give me? Instead of food. What in terms of stone are you willing to provide? Oh, he has none. Willing to provide wood or food. Alright, well, let's get as much as we can then. 500 is not a goal. 250? 25. Well, strange. Well, we can't get 35, we can get 34. That will work. You can have your piece, Budo. On, Lebu march willingly to their dooms. If we were to auto-resolve, we'd have Academy and victory. Now let's have ourselves another battle against the Desert Tribesmen. Okay, so it looks like more of a mountainous desert battle map here. Perfect, well, we'll have ourselves a nice fight to start off the next episode, but for now, I'm out of time for today. I've been at Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the light god and a sub for the sub. Till the next one.